Yes, guys. Hello and welcome to the Gianni Batucci YouTube show. This has worked. We are live, and I'm hoping loads of you from Chasing Green Arrows might be coming over to join. Let me just tweet out that I'm live because I've not had any time to do this. Guys, we have got a very special guest, hopefully coming on to watch. So watch this space. He's going to hopefully try and join us in the stream. So stay with us. FPL Injuries is with us in the house. So FPL Freddie is there. Ray, hello to you. And Leon, good to see so many familiar faces, guys. Thank you for supporting and watching the show. FPL Chai is hopefully going to be joining us as well. I've got to figure out how that happens. So I think we might have a surprise. This may have worked. Come on, can I work this out?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate. I can hear you.
Really? I've just got can you see me?
How to? Yes, you're on.
There you go. Hello, boys.
Hello,
how are
mate.
we?
How's it going?
I'm all good. How are you? I hope you had a good Christmas.
Yeah, man. Very good Christmas. Thank you. Did you?
Very good. Yeah, it's quite good. I actually got a new microphone for Christmas, so I mean, we shouldn't have audio issues this time around.
Oh, good. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Guys, let us know if the audio is good. Your audio for me, mate, sounds great. I'm trying to work out how I can do a dual screen with you. So let me see. Edit mic settings, because I can hear echo cancellation. No. You're coming out my laptop speaker, which isn't uncommon for me to have a bit of a tech fail. It's all good your end. It's definitely mine. But I also want to work out how I do dual screen. There we go. Look, we're both on.
You go.
Nice. And now I want to do dual screen. Hopefully, yes, I can do dual screen like that with one of our teams. This is my team. We're going to get your team up in a second. But for now, mate, let's stay like this. How are you anyway, mate? Did you
I'm all good. Disappointing week last week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Where did you sit to? What was your rank?
So now I'm 19th, but I was expecting a bad week, so I'm actually not too disappointed. And I've a good team for this week, so we'll see what happens.
Nice. So a slip for you is always a slip. Like a slip for anyone is bad.
100%. Yeah.
Red arrow, but still, when you sometimes must go take a step back. I'm still very happy.
Exactly. Like I was used to it because you drop a lot of rank when you had no Haaland, so it's not new.
Yeah. Okay. And what about your? I'm going to get your team up in a second so we can talk about what your decisions are, and we're going to talk about captaincy because last week again you went against the grain with captaincy, right? The world and their dog, Captain Dolly Watkins. You didn't even own him.
Yeah, I got fortunate with that, but then Solanke decided to put a dagger in my heart. So I mean, it was all the one. Watkins winners usually had Solanke as well, so we lost.
Yeah, that was rubbish. The Solanke one. What do you make of Solanke as an asset? Because most 90% of those watching own Solanke, and they've just seen him blank. He goes to Old Trafford now. If he blanks at Old Trafford, knowing there's other options out there like Alvarez and Jesus, but also Solanke and Darwin and Kunku, people might start getting a little bit frustrated knowing given his price.
Solanke or Watkins? Watkins. Watkins. I think you'll start to get frustrated. I think United get a result against Villa, but I don't know why. United I know they're struggling to score goals, but it's United, they can always pull a result out of their arse. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, hopefully, because then people start moving them on.
Yeah. His ownership, Watkins, is crazy high. And I don't know if that's one, because he's a good FPL asset, but two, because it's an attack we really want to back because Villa are a great team and they're winning lots of games and scoring lots of goals, but there's not too many other options. Like we're put off a bit by Diaby's inconsistency, Bailey's injuries, the midfield things are quite slim. So I guess we all have just beelined for Watkins for that reason.
Yeah, no, he's a great option though. I personally, if I had him, I won't be getting rid of him, and I'd be looking to get him in at some point when I get Haaland back. I mean,
yeah. Brandon says, "I see that special guest, mate. I love that." Brandon, if you're joining, for all those that are, FPL Chai is storming it. He was world number 8 last week, and remind me again your rank at the moment.
19th.
19, yeah. I saw when you were 18, and then you had 2 Chelsea players, Colwell and Palmer, didn't you?
Yeah, I was really disappointed with them. Palmer, of course, is picking up injury as well, like so.
Yeah, that was unlucky for you because when you were 18th ranked with 2 Chelsea players to go, and sure, a lot of people above you did have Palmer, but very few are double Chelsea, maybe none at all. I was thinking, this could be you could be back inside the top 10 easy, and it just didn't fall for you. But you've been playing your own game this season, mate. So long may
100%.
you. Since you started doing content, you did a video on my channel last week, with Scout last week. And you're obviously very public on Twitter and gaining huge following. Go check Chai out on Twitter, FPL_Chai. Have you started to question certain decisions more? Or obviously, you're going to make a conscious effort to play your own game still, but have you seen any effect of your recent kind of?
You know what? Largely the fact that I've had to sell, or everyone else had to sell Haaland as well. They're kind of on the same ship as me now, so it's kind of different playing now. But I mean, of course, at the back of my mind, like when I post on Twitter, what do you think I should do with my team? I like to take in people's opinion, and I used to do that anyway. It's just at the end of the day, I'll always make my own.
Yeah. If you're not familiar, Chai's gone completely solo this year with no Haaland. Like you're the only manager I know that hasn't owned Haaland all year. Genuinely,
Really?
FPL managers. Yeah, not at all. But you'll own him too. What do you reckon with Haaland? Do you think he'll be in? He's not going to play this week, is he?
I wouldn't say so. And I'd say against Sheffield next week, he might only get 45 if he's fit. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think it's worth like rushing around to get me. He's a 14 million player. Like,
yeah. Do you think if we don't think he's going to play 90 against Sheffield United regardless, right? So you can go without him in 2020. You can go without him in 21 because he's away to Newcastle. 22 is home to Burnley.
Yeah, you'd want him for that for sure.
That's going to be the one, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'm trying to save a transfer this week. So as you can see, Colwell is starting for Mateta, but I'm still undecided, and I need to see. Can we do a poll in the chat? Because I'm curious to see what they say.
Yeah, we can definitely do a poll, mate. I am pressing buttons. This is the right. So loads of good YouTubers have a proper setup, right? They've got multi-screens and keyboards. I am on a laptop, and it's a MacBook Air. So I'm on one screen. So here I am doing Windows and everything. But I'm enjoying this, mate. I was always scared of doing YouTube because of the tech, and here I am for the first time ever hosting a guest on my channel. So I'm live.
Happy to be here.
How far I've come. And it's not just any guess, it's the world number 19, for God's sake.
Too kind.
Let's start a poll. How shall I ask the question, or what options shall I give? Give me the question to ask.
Bench one, Colwell or Mateta?
Yeah, bench one. You really are you really are undecided on this, aren't you?
Oh, I am. I mean, a couple of the big boys have all said Colwell, and so far I'm with it, but I don't know, man.
I always say back the attacker, but
that's what I'm thinking as well.
Palace attacker away at Stamford Bridge. It's a tough fixture for Mateta, even though
exactly, yeah. And he mightn't get 90 as well. It's just Elise and Eze back has really put me off.
Yeah, Elise and Eze's creativity is so needed for that. Without that creativity, you just don't expect anything from Mateta. With it, you go even if he goes down for yeah. House, hello, mate. FPL Salah always gives goal scoring odds and clean sheet odds. I wonder
tell me.
What are the odds of Mateta's goal and Colwell's clean sheet? That could be useful. Maliki is also in the chat. Maliki is a fellow Irishman.
Hello, Maliki. What's the crack?
What he said, Solanke 2. Maliki, what did you say Solanke 2 in the chat? So Maliki this morning joined as a channel member, which I was buzzing about. He's joined the Ultras group, so he's on the WhatsApp. So I introed him to the gang this morning. But yeah, I saw he was Irish, and I was like, have I got loads of new Irish followers just because of you?
You never know. You know what? I need to become an Ultra as well now that you say that, actually.
Yeah, mate, we can definitely get you in. We can get you in the Ultras. We've got Ali in there from last season. So, Ali Hangarov won FPL last year. It'd be great because I'm tipping. I don't want to put pressure on you, but no pressure. I'm not going to sound to win it, but I am tipping you to have an elite finish. Like, don't F this up is my thinking.
Yeah, I agree. You're right.
No, you won't. Like, you've still got all your chips. Loads above you haven't. You only just wildcarded, so you've got a fresh team. You're unlucky with that Pau Torres injury, though. Looking at your squad.
So Jimenez got a red card and Pau Torres picked up an injury and now Palmer's suspended. It's not looking good. But I suppose that was the whole idea with playing with 15 players on wildcard. So I was expecting something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I guess you were. Yeah. What's the chat saying so far with your 60% do say back the attacker?
Oh man.
What is the status on Eze and Elise?
So last game Eze came off the bench and Elise started, and Elise looked very bright. But I think Eze will probably start this week, if not get about 60 minutes.
They do add so much. And Chelsea, defensively, against Wolves, were open.
They look rubbish. I mean, the boys at the back didn't look like they could play football.
It was bad. I don't like.
It was really bad.
Disassi at centre back. I don't know. I don't like him at right back either. I don't think he's a bad player. Something's
He's
not
like
right back line. But Palace are underwhelming under Roy Hodgson in attack on the road, especially without Elise and Eze. Although, as you mentioned, we expect both to probably start now. I know Eze's been chomping at the bit for a start. Oh, FPL Salah's helping us out with his odds. These are useful. I use FPL Salah on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Mateta could get an assist as well, which
20% to score at any time.
Now, these are all bookies' odds, Chai, and as you know, bookies are always on the money.
You know what they're doing, yeah.
The data the bookies receive and the algorithms they use are so good that mean they're always profitable and make a lot of money. So the Chelsea probability is about right. Like teams like Arsenal are around, I think, 50% for a clean sheet. They're right at the top. Chelsea sort of upper to middling. Mateta to score any time, sure, is only 20%, but he could assist at any time. And there's probably a 10% on that. So I would say Mateta to return any time is probably 30. But Mateta could get 2 goals or 2 returns.
That's also true.
Clean sheet. It's a really tough one. It's a really tough one.
I think it's 50-50.
Keep voting in the poll.
It's a 50-50, and I think I'll back the home fixture, to be honest.
Back the guy at home. Also, who's more likely to get bonus points? If Chelsea keep a clean sheet, Colwill does quite well in the BPS, but it needs to be a low-scoring game where attackers aren't getting them. If Mateta scores, forwards do very well in the BPS if they score. I still think I'd back Colwill, though.
You were trying to sway me to the other side there, and you said, "Oh yeah, still pick Colwill."
Mate, the success of this channel comes down to your rank this game week.
Okay. Let's see. So I hope we do well.
Coin flips is off core. Is off core at a really amazing rank as well? Did I see earlier? Off core, let us know your rank. We also have Daniel in the house, channel member. Hello, Daniel. Good to see you joining us.
Hello, Daniel.
And here's Maliki. Maliki, where in Ireland are you? And FPL Chai, where in Ireland are you? Because you're south, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm from a county called Waterford.
Right, you're Waterford. How far? Because people like me that haven't spent time in Ireland know Dublin and Belfast in Northern Ireland. How long would it take you from yours to travel north to Dublin?
So Ireland is tiny. It only takes me 2 hours to get to Dublin. So if I wanted to go to Belfast, it'd only take me like 4 hours. It's crazy.
Right.
Like you can go around the whole of Ireland in less than half a day, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Like that. I do love Ireland, but regrettably, I've only been to Dublin and Belfast. But yeah. Need to see more.
What'd you come over for?
I came Dublin, standard weekend with the lads, go to the Guinness factory and blah, blah, blah. And I also went to Northern Ireland for a wedding. One of my best mates married a girl from Northern Ireland, Neve. Nice. They now live in England, but the wedding was great. And the Irish love a big wedding. So it was fantastic.
They do.
It was probably the best wedding I've been to, in all fairness. Not better than my own, if my wife's... Not that my wife's... Daniel's 6.6 in the bank. Oh, here we go. Daniel's got a question. Here we go. Maybe you can answer this question, Chai, and then we'll get back to your team and have a touch on my team. Daniel is asking both of us, actually. He's asked me, but probably wasn't aware who you are. When you know that FPL Chai is world number 19, you probably don't want to ask me, Daniel. What do you reckon to his team? I don't think you need to make any drastic changes to that team. Like, I'd be fairly happy. Double Newcastle attack scares me a tiny bit given their fixtures coming up. I'd probably be looking to offload an Isak or a Gordon, but I think this week you keep them. And I think Isak starts. Do you reckon Chai does?
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah, I would risk starting him anyway, definitely.
Yeah. And any other suggestions for this team?
No, it looks good, but is that Poro on the bench? A lot of people are benching Poro this week, and
Yeah,
I don't
Big
know,
Man
man.
Bucker was saying that as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I never even considered it. Like,
I wanted to say this to Big Man, but I didn't want to upset his rhythm so close to the deadline. But he's got double Arsenal defence alongside Trent, and he's benching Porro. I would probably play Porro over a Saliba. I'm playing Porro over Lascelles.
That's what I'm saying. I would prefer to have like one of each rather than doubling up on Arsenal.
Yeah,
that's just me though. I'm a Spurs fan, and I say it all the time. There is definitely some bias there.
The problem for me with the Arsenal defenders, and I always say this with centre backs, is it's hard to predict their attacking returns and hard to really call it. But the Arsenal centre backs do score than pretty much any other group of centre backs, so they do get
true,
goals.
yeah.
But it's Porro's upside feels so much higher. Or
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd do. Guys, do like the stream if you're new around here, because I think this is the first time I've ever... So we're doing a lot of firsts this morning, Chai. This is the first time I've done a deadline stream on this channel, and this is the first time I've had a live guest on this channel. So a lot of firsts, and with that, there'll be some new people in the audience. So if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and obviously hit that like button. That helps the algorithm. Delighted to have over 150 of you on. CH says Lascelles won't start. I think I'm with you there. What does FPL stand for? Fantasy Premier League. That's an easy one. Just in, it looks like Lascelles is benched. We'll try and confirm that. I'm not surprised to hear it. We'll let you know of any Newcastle leaks ASAP. FPL Chai and I are both scanning the Twitter homepage for that.
Sure, yeah.
Is a team we do get leaks from. We got it last week, even though that didn't really help us. Offcore says he's a Hull fan that's taken a punt on Lewis Potter. Lewis Potter obviously moved from Hull to Brentford. Brentford are down a couple of men like Mbermo. I guess Lewis Potter is now safer for a start. He hasn't been safe for a start earlier this season, but that's fair, Offcore. I like that. Would you triple captain Mo Salah? No, I don't think so. Chai,
I wouldn't say so.
Captain.
It's a bit early, and Liverpool look like they have a double game week coming up. I think 25. Ben Crellin was saying, so I would probably hold it for that.
What are you thinking with the doubles? Like, if Liverpool get a double in 25, do you think you'll go into that with? Well, you've got triple Liverpool, so you're well set. But do you think you would go triple captain that early, or would you wait for a later double? Like historically, when have you used your triple captains?
See, that's interesting because I've never had a good triple captain. I can't lie.
So many would say that.
Yeah. But aren't City supposed to double the same week? So it's meant to be triple.
Yeah,
like I could be tripling up on City and Liverpool.
According to Ben's predictions, he's got. If Liverpool, I think, get to the Carabao Cup final, they'll double in 25, and that could be when the City Brentford double drops in. So he thinks it's likely both those things will happen, and then we'll have a Haaland and a Salah double game week.
Yeah, man. So it's gonna be hard to unless you're free hitting to have both Salah and Haaland by that time, because people will only be bringing in Haaland for Salah by then. So I think free hit looks good that week, but then you're kind of screwed for the blank next week. So if they double in 25, I think they blank in 26. So I would be looking at probably free hitting in 26 and hopefully getting my team to where I have a lot of doublers in 25.
I think I'd probably be of a similar mindset. There will be when we get doubles, we also get blanks. So it will be interesting after that double in 25 where the blanks drop in, because there's 26, but 29, I think also with the FA Cup, maybe fifth round and quarterfinals, you'll get blanks then too. So it's going to get really fun. And that second half of the season is where you see the big greens and big reds. And for people like Chai, who's in the top 20 in FPL, it's like, oh, this could all go wrong just around the doubles, or it could go all right. And I guess
exactly, yeah.
Of an optimist, you're a
glass half full,
half empty. Lucky Irish, mate.
Exactly. FPL fella, been following you quite a while now. Start one, Adogi, Cole, or Botman. I own Trippier and Trent. I would be starting Adogi. High chance we concede against Brighton, to be honest, but I don't know, Udogie plays so inverted and forward that there's a good chance he gets a return.
Yeah, I like that. FPL seller, FPL fella, who he's got a bet on with this year?
Who's that?
KSI.
No way.
They've got
What's the bet?
They've got £1,000 bet on who gets the highest rank.
Oh man, all right.
Now, KSI is a bit of FPL casual. I've seen his team. I was delighted when he followed me, but unlike FPL fella, he didn't slide into my DMs. So FPL fella and KSI are buds, and they've got a grand bet on.
FPL fella, disregard what I just said. I didn't know you were playing for money. You'll have to make your own decision on this one.
We've got a new channel member, and that is Offcore. So thank you for joining the channel, Offcore. And if you do fancy joining, there is like a little join underneath. There's 2 tiers: the squad, where you get the emoji, and with that, all your comments are in the chat and answered with a priority. And if you're an Ultras member, you can join the WhatsApp group as well, as we had Malky from Ireland. Have I pronounced that right? Is it Malachy?
Yeah.
That's a popular Irish name, isn't it?
Was
it not?
Not gonna lie, that's only the second time I've ever heard that.
Oh.
Maybe I'm hiding underneath a rock, but
there we go. Of course, says he joined the squad to support the work. Top guest like Chai. Oh, thanks, mate.
Cheers. Really appreciate it.
John B says, Merry Christmas. Would you consider replacing Saka with Odegaard? I would consider it if you were giving me just a random free transfer. But I don't know if I'd want to use one of my precious transfers at the moment on that move. But if I was on wildcard, I think I'd go Odegaard. What about you, Chai?
Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to do it, but if I had nothing else to do, yeah, why not? Odegaard is very influential, and Saka doesn't look on the ball recently. And for what is it, a 1 million difference? It probably is worth. But again, only if you've nothing else to do. Like,
yeah, similar penalties as well. We think I'll probably split them. And Odegaard is playing very well. Please like the stream, says Stephen. Do what the man says, team. Good morning from Lisbon. Is that Lisbon? Is that an Irish Lisbon? Where's Lisbon?
It sounds it. Hold on. There
Lisbon,
is a place.
Lisbon as
Northern Ireland.
It's a different spelling. Lisbon. Have a look, Shai. Have a look when we're looking.
Yeah, Northern Ireland. So,
mate, you're bringing a whole new audience to the channel.
Exactly. So, at least they'll be able to understand me and not you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Love the live stream, even if it comes only 5th after Xmas dinner in Western Canada. No way.
Nice one.
Love that you're watching. That is very, very late there. Malachy says, one, I don't know what that was referring to. Lisbon, County, and Trim. There we go.
Yeah,
Walker, FPL Freddie's got a question. He's in Dorset on the south coast. Walker, Gusto, or Colwell for Lascelles? I mean, we now know Lascelles isn't starting. That's confirmed.
Confirmed, yeah.
That is confirmed. I mean, he was flagged and he's been flogged.
Yeah.
Confirmed by, I think, FPL Focal, yeah. Walker, Gusto, or Colwell? Oh, I don't know who I'd buy here. Money is always an issue in FPL eventually. So whilst you're flush at the moment, Gusto could be smart. It will save you money down the line. Is he your 4th defender, Freddie? If he was your 3rd defender, I'd want someone like a Walker in there. If it was your 4th defender and often going to be on the bench, Gusto?
Yeah, for me, it's Walker all day. I think he's actually a really good pick this week, and for the weeks to come, I'm looking to actually get him in. Yeah,
there we go. Oh, FPL Offcore is a self-employed artist, so I'll work to join the Ultras member and WhatsApp chat one day. Oh, thanks, Offcore. Yeah, the reason the price is high on the WhatsApp stuff is, well, one, we talk all day on WhatsApp, and I send videos on my dog walks and voice notes. It's proper on it. What's happened to Chai? Where's his camera gone? We'll bring Chai back in a sec. What's happened to Chai? Oh, you've got to stay tuned for that one. But 2, it's expensive because I want to keep the numbers fairly modest. So it's a nice group of us in there. I don't want 100 people because then I won't really know you all, right? But yeah, join when you can, mate. Gucci is one of those in that WhatsApp group. Hi, Gucci. Good morning to you in Australia. 4th defender. Yeah, I think you know what to do there then. Go Chelsea. Ryan Potter in the house. Where's Ryan? Late night for you, Ryan Potter. Did I see Ryan in the chat? Where's Ryan? I really want to see Ryan in the chat because Ryan's joined the WhatsApp, but I haven't got his number. Ah, Ryan is here. Ryan in Western Canada, as an Ultras member, can you DM? Can you? I don't know how I'm going to get your number. I need you to DM me on Instagram or Twitter, but I can't find you on Twitter. So if you can add me, We need to think about how we contact each other. Or if you give me your email or something. I don't think you want to put your number in the chat now. Comment on one of my videos with your email address. That'd be good. That's a good way of doing it. Yeah, DM me. How will you DM me though? Because on Twitter, my DMs are closed unless I follow you, and I can't find you on Twitter. I have looked. Put your Twitter handle in the chat. Ryan, put your Twitter handle in the chat, and I can follow you. Hello from India. Shall I start Senesi or Douglas Louise? You can DM me on Insta though for easy access. Guys, this is Chai's team. Chai will be back, I'm sure. He's got a new mic for Christmas, so he's got a new tech setup going on. But this is a good excuse for me to give you my team. So currently, I am benching. What do we think to this? What do we think? Currently, I'm benching Lascelles. I've got Pedro Porro starting, and I'm captaining Salah. Are we all happy with that? Do we think that's the right call? Should we do a captaincy poll? Is anyone considering anyone else for captaincy? Let's have a look. Start a poll. I've got to close a poll first. Where's Chai gone? He's left me. Start a poll. Game week 19 capped. I think the vast majority are going Salah. I think we know that. But there will be some Solanke love. And there is now going to be some Trent love. And there will be a few that go rogue for a Watkins or a Saka, I predict. Let's have a look. Poll is open, team. Here he is. Here's our guy. Let's bring him back. FPL Chai.
My bad.
You've got a new tech setup going on, mate. So I'm not surprised to have one or two little issues. But good.
Yeah, I was plugging in my laptop and the camera fell. That's my bad. Sorry.
You were going for the laptop one as well. What mic did you get? Because you sound really crisp.
Yeah, my sister got me a Razer Siren version 2, I think. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like the last stream I done on Scout was like version 1, so this is a big upgrade. It's pretty cool.
Good one, man. I like that. My camera I use is Razer. Their stuff's so good. Like it's the best webcam I think you can get. And it's because a lot of the YouTubers don't use webcams. They use like proper cameras that they link to.
Yeah.
That scared the life out of me, the idea of having to link a camera to a computer. So I was like, I just want a plug and play webcam, and I'm happy to get a decent one. So yeah, the Razer stuff's amazing.
Yeah, I'm only using my phone as a webcam, but it's working so far.
Mate, your phone's really good. What is it? An iPhone
15 Pro Max.
See, that's probably even better than my webcam. That's really good.
It's quite good though, yeah.
We're streaming, so you lose quality when you stream. But if we were doing like a pre-record, not on Zoom when we've spoken before, because you lose quality there too. But yeah, the quality looks really sharp. There'll be lots watching on their TVs. I think about 50% of our subscribers on this channel watch on their TV, and around 50%.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So you'll be at like 50 inches to some people. You'll be like life size. Loads of comments coming in the chat, guys. Thank you for asking so many questions.
Hi, Chai, with love from.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get. Where are you from, Dean?
Dean Call, do I know you?
Here we go. South Africa.
South Africa. Oh, no way. Nice to meet you, Cotty. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. He's been following me since day one.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Mate, I couldn't believe we recorded the Zoom the other day. You were on 8,000 followers. I then uploaded the video. I spoke to you the next day. We did. I knew you were active. Literally, after 2 days of us recording, you went from 8 to like 10 or 11.
Yeah, it's been mad. It's been crazy. I suppose something I post, like I like to post just whatever I think, and I've just been posting whatever it is on my mind, and it seems to be doing well. So I'm glad people like it, and of course, your stuff has helped me push me out there. So it's great.
That's amazing, and the stuff on Scout's always good because they have a big audience, which is great. And I loved your video with Joe. I thought it was really cool to be able to.
Yeah, it was actually quite good.
Your rank history and just your management style. Love that. Here we go. Guy says, "Hey Chai, it's Ola."
No way. Hello Ola, how are you?
Lord has a tough question. What's Lord's question?
Is Virgil worth the money? If I didn't have him right now, I would be moving towards Walker, I would say.
you happy with Virgil and Trent as a double Liverpool? Let's have a look at your team. We'll bring it up. Are you happy with this setup at the moment? Because Virgil's such a goal threat as well.
He is, yeah. I really like it. But next week he's playing against Newcastle at home. I'm unsure about that. I'm looking at maybe benching him for Pau Torres against Sheffield United. We'll see.
Interesting. Pau Torres should be fit by then as well, right?
Yeah. Well, so he only had a knock, I think.
Looks like Isak starts as well, by the way. As we predicted, like, we just don't expect Callum Wilson to be able to play. He's played 4 games in 10 days. So, yeah, Isak's start is no surprise. Lascelles not starting is no surprise. Looks like that's what we've got so far, but do stay tuned for probably a little bit more in terms of leaks. But I don't think it matters to too many. I guess Gordon is the big one for many, isn't he, today?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll take Gordon because he has been going down injured a lot, and he clearly is soldiering on, but something's not quite right.
Yeah, he looks like every single week is just something new that's happened to Gordon. He's getting beat up every week. Yeah. But for the price, Gordon is unreal. And for the future, I'd probably look to get him in.
Yeah, I think so. I love Gordon, and I was between Gordon and Palmer for a while, and then Palmer has been brilliant. But the more I watch Gordon, I think I should have him in my team, and he's not there yet. But they've got a couple of tricky fixtures. Do you think maybe Gordon around, what, do the fixtures turn maybe game week 23, 24? They get a little bit better?
Yeah, exactly. They've had a tough run, and they haven't been on form with Champions League congestion. So I think they're only going to get better. They'll be looking to fight for top 4 as well. So, but saying that, they are great at home. So, a keeper like Dubravka or Trippier look good this week.
Have you seen Gordon's stats at home? I think Gordon has returned every home fixture this season.
That is madness. That is madness.
Yeah, that is crazy. Dean says looks like Gordon starts. Not sure your source on that, because the guy that's been leaking the stuff has been Will. NUFC Will 1892. He's only tweeted to date, and Wilson benched, Isak starts, and Lascelles not starting. Now, the 2 things he's released. He is the guy that predicted Newcastle last week with accuracy. So you would assume he's accurate. That is at NUFC Will 1892 is his Twitter handle. So we'll keep you posted on Gordon when we get it. I'm sure we will. He'll be waiting for that one for sort of 5-10 minutes to the deadline. So, Chai, back to your team.
Yeah.
Transfers this week.
One free transfer, 0.4 in the bank. I haven't made a transfer yet, but I'm looking to roll it. It's between Colwell and Mateta, but looks like it's going to be Colwell.
Yeah, so the team we've got on screen is accurate at the moment, and your captaincy, like you're not scared of a differential captain, but as always, you back the guy you think will get the most points, and you
100%
this week.
Trent, definitely, I like the idea of it, but I mean, Mohamed Salah against Burnley, don't be silly, come on. Saying that, he could easily blank now, but for me, the upside is too much.
Yeah. Of course, there's Palmer will be back next week too for the bench and Van Dijk if you need to.
Exactly,
so yeah. Palmer actually being injured this week has helped a lot of us out in terms, not injured, suspended, in terms of a benching dilemma. Like, I guess for you would have ended up benching Colwell and Mateta, but for some, I was going to have to bench Palmer, Saka, or Foden.
That's a tough choice.
No, that was horrible. We'll bring my team up here. My benching dilemmas aren't there anymore. Lascelles isn't playing and Palmer's suspended. In terms of captaincy, I'm with you. I've got Salah on there. But let's go back to your team. So yeah, that is me locked, guys, just in case you are wondering. And Chai, I think you can safely say you're pretty locked, unless we got...
I'm fairly locked. Unless something crazy comes in, I think this is what we're going with this week.
Yeah.
I would say for any that are in the chat, try keep your free transfer unless you need to do it. Like if you have 11 and you're fairly happy with him, I wouldn't do that too rash. I mean, you need to try do as much as you can when Haaland's back fit. So
I think I'm with you there. Roll when possible, always. And next week, do you think that will be a week where we'll be lining for Haaland, or do you think we'll be thinking, oh, he's in the squad, but he's not going to play much. He'll play 50, 60 minutes max, and therefore we won't captain him. Therefore, we can wait a couple of weeks.
I think people, once they see Haaland's in the team, they're gonna shit bricks. So they'll try to do everything in their power to get him in.
Yeah, I think you're right. And by default, there'll be a lot of more Oh, it looks like Gordon, by the way, guys, is confirmed by the same guy. Will has confirmed 3 things this morning. Isak starts, Gordon starts, and Lascelles bench. So that's the new kid on the block in terms of leaks.
He's on fire. Fair play.
Yeah. Gaining a huge following this morning. I'm so annoyed spending big money on Szoboszlai. He's not producing. He's an interesting one. He's one of those which falls into the category of really good player, but not a great FPL asset at the moment.
I would agree. But if I had him now, I think I'd just keep him. I don't know, because Salah's going to be gone. He might have a bigger role to play.
Yeah. What's your schedule today, Chai, in terms of games? Gucci says he really misses the idea that we used to get where loads of the games in Boxing Day kicked off at the same time. Today, because it's TV rights, literally the first game starts at 12:30 and the last game's at like 8, I think. It's all day. It's relentless.
Exactly, yeah. It's tough going, all right. But I mean, at least it's something. I was annoyed yesterday. I wanted to watch something on Christmas Day, but obviously we can't have that.
Yeah. Guys, loads of good points in the chat. Thank you for liking and, of course, subscribing to the channel. Do hit that subscribe button. Chai, you're thinking about getting your own YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, a lot of people are requesting me to make a channel, and it's coming very soon. I even spent time making a thumbnail there yesterday, so keep an eye out, and I'll post about it.
I love that. As soon as you've posted, we'll be sharing it on this channel. I can't wait to see that. And I know your stuff's going to get a lot of love because there's a lot of managers that want to follow your progress this season. And for those just joining, like Chai has been in and around the top echelons of FPL this season from game week 8. I think game week 8, what was your rank, Chai? It was game week 8, 9.
Game week 8, it was about top 250, I think. 200, around that.
And then you broke into the top 10 when?
The next week after that and the week after. 9, 10. Yeah.
That's amazing to be in the top 10 so early. And then you've fallen out of the top 10 and gone back in, and now you're just outside of it.
Just outside.
And you've still got
your New Year's resolution.
Set up a YouTube channel.
Get number 1 in fantasy football. That's a New Year's resolution.
Even if you're number 1 for a few weeks, I know it's not the same as winning it, but you would take, like, that's pretty cool.
100%. Yeah, that would be deadly.
FPL Focal in his handle has got, in his bio has got, I think, former world number 1, and I think he was world number 1 like mid-game week once upon a time somewhere when. But I would take exactly the same as I'd do exactly the same as him. Like
too right. It is cool. Like you have to remember, there's 11 million players. Like that is, even for like a split second, that is quite good. Like,
mate, I couldn't. It might not have been mid-game week actually. Someone did say that was the case, but I'm not sure if it was, because I think he came on the FPL show when he was world number 1, and that would have been end of a game week. I think it was maybe really early start of the season. But again, there are managers out there that will use all their chips in the first couple of game weeks. Nathan Bacon tried doing it. He's another FPL YouTuber.
You see the fella playing anti FPL?
Probably. That sounds like him. He's crazy. Yeah, he's a bit he's wacky, and he wouldn't mind me saying that. He's a real character, but he used all his chips in like the first 3-4 game weeks to try and be as high, and he got up to I think 2K.
No way.
Yeah, but now his rank is something like 5 million.
That's the game, Sherlock.
Chai, question for you: Matoma to Richarlison. That's not a bad move, but would you do it for -4?
-4 is a tough one. Richarlison probably looks better for the long run, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessary, especially this. I don't know, man. I can't choose.
That is a really tough one. I don't know where I feel on -4s, because I've been trying to be really reserved with -4s. So yeah, I don't know. I've only taken 1 minus. How many hits have you taken this season?
I've taken 2 hits.
Yeah. So, well, you could just bring in Richarlison next week.
Yeah, like Matoma. Matoma's injured, isn't he?
Yeah, and
right.
he's the Asia Cup anyway, so he's definitely a sell. It's just, do you want it on a -4?
If you think Richarlison's gonna bag against Brighton, bring in Richarlison for a -4.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah, good advice there. Good advice. Is Richarlison someone you think you love in your team? You're a Spurs fan. I can't afford Richarlison for Salah. If I buy Haaland for Darwin, I'm 0.1 short, and I can afford Brennan. How would you evaluate those 2 players, Brennan Johnson and Richarlison, as FPL options? And is Richarlison worth the extra mil?
I think any of the when Son goes, any of the front three for Spurs will look great options. I think you can put them all on the same platter. Like, I wouldn't say any of them are better. Obviously, Richarlison's up top. We have to remember Brendan Johnson is creating a lot, and he's getting a few chances from the wing as well. And Kulusevski is everywhere. He's literally popping up any position on the pitch. So I think Brendan Johnson for 5.8 might actually be worth the 1 mil less. But Richarlison is a great option, don't get me wrong. And it really depends if he's on penalties.
Yeah, I like that. The pens is a big one. He has taken pens for Brazil, wasn't he, Richarlison? Like,
Yeah.
he took
The only thing I'd say is,
final,
like, when Maddison comes back, he'll be on penalties. So keep an eye on that.
He's not got a great record though, Mads, on pens. I'm surprised. I would think Richarlison, when on the pitch, would take them over Mads, but it is a really tough one to call. That probably was hinted that it could be either.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see, mate. When you came on, I was so happy I'd worked out the tech that I forgot. I know I have in the last 25 minutes ago I tweeted, but I had a pre-written tweet ready to go for 10 o'clock. I forgot to press send.
I'll post the link for the stream. So
I saw you did. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've just sent it now anyway. But I literally wrote it at 9 a.m. this morning and then added your handle to it when you said you could join. And then, typical. I didn't actually post it. But there we go. There we go. Any last minute dilemmas, guys, get your questions in. We can't answer them all, but if I see you're a channel member or a super chat, I'll obviously bring it up straight away and obviously bring up questions sporadically, regardless of that. When Maddison comes back, Johnson minutes will decrease. And that's a fair point too, right? We'll see Kulu out on the right, but for as long as Son isn't in the team and at the Asia Cup, surely Brennan is safe just because there's that extra spot in attack, even with Maddison.
Yeah. For sure. That is a really good point. But I think Maddison is set to come back either late January or early February. Right. So you'll probably you don't mind missing like a few. What am I trying to say? So by the time Maddison comes back, you'll probably have Son back soon enough. So you might be looking to move on Johnson anyway.
Yeah. I get that. I like Luca Brennan last time out. 2 assists, missed a big chance though. He does miss big chances.
He does, yeah.
But he's a young lad. Exactly. So many questions, says Daniel. He will upgrade to Ultras membership soon. Love that. Replacements for Salah. Where do you think you'll go with your Salah money?
Bruno Fernandes.
Really?
So the plan is probably downgrade Salah, but Son will probably go to Bruno.
Right. You think you'll sell both though?
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
So eyes on Bowen or Odegaard?
Yeah, I really like Bowen. I haven't thought about Odegaard, to be honest, but already having Saka, like, I don't know. If I were to get Odegaard, it would be for Saka, I'd say.
Yeah, I like that.
Which I wouldn't really do.
Double Arsenal attack. I don't know if that feels good at the moment. They have looked better in recent weeks. I think the midfield balance of Havertz and Odegaard is helping the team. Like, seeing those two back on form is massively helping the team. And obviously Jesus helps the team. You've got Jesus in your team. Do you think he'll be there long term, or do you think? Did you just fancy a short term punt because you were wildcarding? You bought him in on wildcard, didn't you?
No, I had him 2 weeks before that. So I actually caught. Yeah. So I caught one of his holes, but I don't know how I feel about Jesus. He's good fixtures coming up. And I really like Jesus. It's just Watkins, Pal's coming back, Solanke. These are options that are probably cheaper and better for the price. You know what I mean?
He doesn't play 90 either. And you know that. You know with Jesus, there's a good chance he gets subbed at 75 minutes. Whilst when you buy Solanke or Watkins, you know you're getting a 90-minute man. That doesn't always matter if they're not playing 90, if they're scoring goals, but it's a slight concern with Jesus.
100%.
What's your take on Man City defence? Question from Gaza. Walker or Saliba? If you've already got Gabriel, do you go double Arsenal defence or do you go to a Man City defender?
I'd pick Walker, personally. Double Arsenal is risky.
Yeah. I think I'm there. Same. Kunal, who is one of our Ultras members from India. Kunal, we were chatting on WhatsApp this morning. He said, Gianni, you know me better than I know myself, because I gave when Maliki joined the group, I gave a one-line like bio of everyone in the group. Welcome to the group. This is Ali. He won FPL last year. This is Kunal. He is a Maverick manager that does this, is this. And Kunal was like, Jesus, you know me better than you know yourself. It was funny. Bowen or Foden, though? Kunal, I mean, you know I've got Foden in my team. What's awesome here is actually both of me and FPL Chai have got Foden as a differential. We've both got Foden. There's not too many content creators out there that will have Foden yet. In fact, I don't know any. Yet me and Chai both have him. If I was buying now, I would be tempted on Bowen, but with the double game week in mind, if you think Man City will double in 25, probably Foden. What's your take, Chai?
Yeah, Foden hasn't done that for me yet for the last 2 or 3 weeks that I have him, but I really like him for the future. I think he's really good fixtures, and especially if he's getting minutes with KDB and Haaland still out, he looks a great option. If I had to pick between Bowen or Foden, it'd probably be Foden. But saying that, Bowen is amazing also. I don't think he can go wrong there.
Yeah, nice. Looking at Premier League starts for Foden this year, he's only not started in one game. He didn't start game week 3. Played 45 in game week 11. Not sure if that was a start or not. But yeah, from the 17 Premier League games City have played, he started 15 or 16 of them and played 90 in a ton of them. He's got so many routes to the 11. In the Club World Cup, in the semi-final, he played number 9, false 9. And again, and in the final, him and Alvarez sort of took it in turns.
Goal and assist each, yeah.
I like that for Foden. He's flying at the moment. In the Club World Cup, he was great. We didn't get anything in the last couple of game weeks, but that game against Luton, he was man of the match, Chai. We just didn't get any FPL points. But he was
unfortunately. Yeah.
Man of the match. We're unlucky. They're due, aren't they, Foden points? But you want a combination of Foden and Alvarez for a goal. That is a huge boost to your rank.
I know. I think that's what I've got over people this week, because last week I had a poor week, but of course they're blanking. So I think this week would probably get me back up.
Yeah, I think so. You don't have Solanke this week. I guess, is that a slight worry for you?
Solanke's killing me, but I can see a blanket versus Fulham.
Let's hope so for you, not for me. I had considered captain Solanke, but I'm going to go with Salah. This is my team on screen now. A few similarities to Chai. We've both.
I quite like your team.
Yeah. What do you reckon with the kind of the back line there? Dubravka, Gabriel, Trent, Porro. If you're on wildcard, like if I was on wildcard, that's a back line I'd go for. But speaking to Big Man this morning, he's very big on you should go double Arsenal defence. I think that's my kind of optimal back line.
You know, I'd be moving towards the City option.
Would you get Walker in?
Yeah. I think so. I know they haven't been great, but around this time, City turn on the Jets and they start playing ridiculous. So let's see.
Yeah, interesting. And then Chai's team, if you're just joining, world number 19, here he is. He's got the double Liverpool defence with Porro, and then Colwill, who is usually going to be on his bench, but obviously Colwill will come into the 11 because of that Palmer injury this week. And you feel set now, do you, on Colwill over Mateta? You think you're going to stick with that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Ranked 19 on game week 19, I just realised. But yeah, I think Colwill over Mateta for sure this week.
Yeah. Do we think Burn will start? Well, knowing Lascelles isn't starting, you could see Burn at centre-back, but there is talk that Botman should be fine to start, and it will be Botman and Cher. Both, of course, have had injury problems. Botman's more long-term. So far, the leak that is out there hasn't suggested anything about Dan Burn. We do know from the leak out there, NUFC will, he said, Gordon starts, Isak starts, Lascelles doesn't, and Livramento, he said he's had nothing confirmed. A couple claiming he starts, but I can't confirm. I reckon we'll see Livra and Trippier and probably Burn benched or Burn at centre back. Livramento is such a good asset to that football team, isn't he? He's playing so well.
Yeah. Love Livramento.
Yeah, he's a baller. I was gutted when Chelsea let him go. Like, what were they? Chelsea have let just so many good kids go.
Yeah, it's madness.
I don't even know how to rank the Chelsea kids we've let go in recent years. Like, even Mark Gay at Palace, like, gets in the England squad. Like, we could do with him at centre back. Tomori, I love Tomori. Lewis Hall and Livramento. Gilmore's at Brighton now. I think he's only on loan, but even when we let Lamptey go, I was like, oh, he's playing so well for Brighton, but he's always injured. But Chelsea Academy, geez, they let some players go. And that's just defenders. We could look at, Mason Mount more recently. Conor Gallagher, there's still talk he might go. He's been playing amazing. Anyway, there's my Chelsea rant. Things are good though, right? You're a happy Spurs fan.
I'm always happy, first of all. And Spurs are definitely G'ing me up even more. I love Postecoglou. Choi, what's your team value? 104.2.
104. You knew that off the top of your head, did you?
I think I've got 103.8 and 0.4 in the bank.
God, I've got 0 in the bank. Where do I see my team value? Hang on.
Is Richarlison a good shout to bring in this game week? Yes. Gabriel or Porro? What do you think, Johnny?
If you've got another Arsenal defender, then Porro. If you've just got one Arsenal defender or Porro, I think I'd put Gabriel in slightly higher just this week. I don't know. It's a tough one. I do think Porro is going to get a 15-pointer very soon.
I agree.
Would you do Wilson to Solanke for a -4? Knowing Isak starts, we can assume Wilson doesn't. I think I would. The Solanke one's interesting though, because the fixtures are there, aren't they? Like this week, but then after that, you go, oh, it's actually a tough run for Solanke.
Yeah.
Spurs next. You'd still back him to get chances against Spurs, won't he?
See, we play with a really high line.
Yeah.
And even with set pieces, we play with a high line. So I don't know. He loses a bit of goal threat that way, but definitely he could score. We look kind of shaky at the back.
More questions coming in, guys. Thank you for watching. The chat is so active. Absolutely loving this.
Start Morgan Gibbs White.
Go on, mate. Yeah, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon start Morgan Gibbs White over Baldock. Richie or Foden in for a Dingra? I don't know if I get rid of a Dingra, especially for a -4.
He's off to AFCON, but you don't have to sell him yet. He'll start today, especially with Matoma out.
I see. I really like Foden. That's why I don't know if I do it for a -4.
It's so hard evaluating -4s for other people's teams because for me, often the -4 question comes down to, does that improve your first bench option or does that improve your player number 11? So, for example, when I took the 4-point hit for Porro a couple of weeks ago, I was happy to do it because it meant I was starting Taylor. And if I bought in Porro, Taylor was on the bench and I didn't want to start Taylor. So it's not just the 4 points on that player, it's who you possibly are benching as a result of that transfer. What do you think, Captain Trippier? I mean, that's bold, isn't it?
That's very, very bold. I know they look good at home and they've kept a lot of clean sheets, but with Liverpool playing Burnley, that's the only thing. If Liverpool weren't playing Burnley, I'd be all for it.
You're not put off by Burnley beating Fulham and being a bit better, but it is just Fulham. But it was a 2-0 win, comprehensive win for Burnley.
I don't know, Liverpool are Liverpool, and in my eyes, Liverpool and Burnley just screams goal fest to me.
Salah gets
it could be 1-0
as well. He can bully them.
100%.
M. Fahy has gone Wilson for Nkunku, and he's captaining Jesus. He's going differential this week. I don't think Jesus is a terrible captain shout. I'm with you. Like the Salah fixture's so good, but Arsenal at home are very good.
Yeah, that is a good shout. But Wilson for Nkunku, I love it, but I don't know about Nkunku because I don't know if he'll play more than 60. Especially with Sterling and Palmer being out. Like, I mean,
yeah, he'll be on pens with no Palmer in the team.
That's true. Yeah,
and even 60 versus Palace. I mean, Palace have been bad defensively.
I see a lot of people captain Saka this week, and I think that's really interesting. Especially he's not been the greatest recently. So if you're in the chat and you have Saka captain, let us know why.
Yeah, I'm curious there. Like if I was captaining an Arsenal player, I'd go Odegaard first and Jesus second before Saka. Just by the way they're playing.
Hope it works out for you, by the way. Like, I'm all for it. Why not?
Yeah, it's a brave call that, and like fortune should favour the brave. Would you bench Zinchenko or Gabriel? Zinchenko.
Either. I think Zinchenko can get an assist, like, and he can also get a goal. But so can Gabriel. So I don't think it matters. Just I won't be getting too worked up about it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm starting Baldock over Saka. Wow, Maliki, your fellow Irishman, is United Arsenal attack at home. I mean, for Baldock, it's as good a fixture as you could wish for. Luton at home for Sheffield United is probably the best fixture they could ask for on paper, just because it's Championship team versus Championship team. You probably don't want to play Burnley if you're Sheffield United because they'll out football you. So maybe that's as good a fixture as they could wish for. But really?
The Baileys and Guinness has come early this morning.
Yeah, that's a bold call. But look,
but I respect that. I mean, why not?
Yeah. I'm just going to refresh my YouTube to see how many of you have liked it. I'd love to get to 100 likes. Oh, we're already there, but you can still hit the like button, guys. Thank you. That'd be amazing. And if you're new around here, we've definitely got a new audience this morning because FPL Chai's joined us because it's a deadline stream and I don't usually do them. And thank you, by the way. I know there's 1,001 YouTubers you can watch on deadline streams. And I fully appreciate loads of them have been doing deadline streams for 5 years. They've built up a deadline stream audience. I certainly don't have a deadline stream audience. So it's wicked that over 200 of you felt like you would choose me and Chai as your pick this deadline. So I appreciate that. This is the world number 19 just joining us, by the way.
Liam Gallagher.
Not to embarrass you, but I have to keep saying it because one, it's amazing. And two, the amount of people that only watch for 2-3 minutes and come on and off. I need everyone on here to know that we are joined by world number 19.
100%. I'm happy to be here and hopefully spread any helpful tips.
Good man. And we've got to put your handle in the chat. So I will. Well, perhaps you can do that, Chai. Put your handle in the chat so we can follow you on Twitter.
Cool. Chai, what part of Ireland are you from? I'm from Waterford, down south. Start João Pedro or Gahey? I would start the attacker.
The attacker there. João Pedro on pens. João Pedro has been quite unlucky in the Premier League in terms of starts. We've seen a ton of benchings. In the Europa, he's always starts and seems to always score. He's been amazing. I think João Pedro at 5.4 will become an FPL option for us very soon. Like, I think in our teams, I think he's a really good player. He's on penalties. He plays for an attacking team. There's a lot to like about João Pedro as an asset.
For sure. Gross as a differential after this week. Yeah, I like Pascal Gross. He looks a good shout.
Yeah, he's always on the set pieces. Plays 90 every week. He's a good buy, Gross. Guys, there are 3 minutes to deadline. Get your questions in. We'll get through as quick as we can. Eddie is from Waterford.
Casey. Eddie's from Waterford. What part of Waterford are you from, if you don't mind disclosing?
Is Waterford like a town, a city?
It's a Waterford city. It's very small. But I know a lot of locals, so we'll see where he's from.
Yeah. Do let us know, Eddie. I know Eddie was on holiday last week. So yeah, let us know where you've been, what you've been up to, Eddie. Fahi says, this is great. As some streams are so big they can't manage to chat. To be fair, I completely appreciate that. And I do notice that when you see some of the big YouTubers on streams, they can't actually, there's so many comments.
Yeah, it's madness.
It's really hard to interact with the audience. Like, I know pretty much most of you in the chat just from seeing your names and seeing your comments. And I'm sorry we can't bring every question on, but we certainly read every question. Zubin says, who's the better captaincy punt, Trent or Darwin? If you want to punt on Liverpool outside of Salah, Darwin is the definition of a punt, but Trent is the more reliable captaincy option there. But I'd be very tempted with either. What do you reckon, Chai?
I'd agree, but I like Darwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fancy versus Burnley.
Like that. You guys know how much I love Darwin, so he's got my vote. Would you start Archer or a Doji?
The attacker, I would say.
Yeah.
It's worth risking it.
Keeper dilemma. A few might have goalkeeper dilemmas. There's some with Areola Turner. I don't know who I'd start there. Maybe Areola for saves, but Leno or Flecken. I'm trying to think of their fixtures. I mean, probably Flecken.
Yeah, probably Flecken.
There we go. Deadline boys, rip. Love that. 1 minute to check the teams to CH. Do check your teams. Just make sure you're locked in on your captaincy. I'm sure you've all refreshed the page a few times. It does look like that deadline has just passed in the last couple of seconds. I refreshed my team a good 5 times just to double check, triple check, quadruple check. Do you do the same?
No. I just leave it as is and pray that nothing stupid has happened.
Maliki says deadline's passed. Relax. Yeah, I'm always like pens down. You got a friend in the chat, Arthur. Do you know Arthur?
Refical here. It's not ringing a bell, but I'll check after the stream. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate it. Best of luck.
Eddie, you haven't let us know where you're from in Waterford, but he does say, would you captain Solanke, Son, Trent? I mean, bit late now, but we'll answer it anyway. Who did you go for, Eddie? I think I'd have gone Solanke.
I would have went Trent. Interesting to see who he chose.
Hope says, Chai, you don't have any Arsenal defenders.
Yeah, I have double Liverpool
Spurs
instead.
fan.
And yeah, Spurs fan won. Nah, I've had Arsenal defenders though, so don't worry. It's not because of that. But this week I have double Liverpool versus Burnley, and I'm quite happy with that. So I don't really mind.
You do have a double Arsenal attack as well, so you're committed to the team, and you're not letting club bias get in the way of FPL picks there.
Nah,
You just,
no way,
I think you like. I think you're put off a little bit from Arsenal defence, just reading between the lines when you speak, because perhaps the lower predicted upside. I don't want to say lower upside because they do score goals, but it's hard to call those goals. Yet Porro and Adoji, you watch them and they're just so much more fun than Gabriel and Saliba, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like these are all attackers except Cole. Well, and Virgil has a good goal threat. But yeah, you're right. You're like reading between the lines. You've hit that nail on the head, I would say.
I think we're the same there. But Barney says, "How are you always so cheerful? What's your trick, Chai?"
A lot of people say this to me, but I suppose I'm just jolly. Being Waterford, I'm fairly happy, content where I am, and I suppose I'm doing quite well in fantasy football, so I've no reason not to be happy.
Mate, you've got no reason not to be cheerful. If you like this,
you know what I mean? So
2 million rank at game week 18, then yeah, we'll put it down to personality. But I'm guessing it's a combination of both.
We'll see where we are at the end of the year, see if I'm still as happy.
Very, very welcome on this channel anytime. We like good vibes and happiness and smiles. People often say that to me, how are you always so happy? And just it's good to have a good outlook. Like
exactly,
what's to be miserable about? Like, yeah, life's good. Life's good for all of us. And it's a jolly time of year. What are your plans for the next few days, like a New Year's? Are you big on New Year's? Because when I was your age, I used to love New Year's, but now I'm a grumpy old man in bed by midnight.
I think the plan is I might be going out today for a few drinks. We'll go again maybe on the weekend there. I'm not sure what day New Year's is, but I think we'll be definitely going out for that. We'll see what happens. But nice. I'll be looking to watch all the matches first, of course.
And the turnaround time again is tight, isn't it? Like I
love it. I think it's great.
You have a day off. The game week deadline finishes, and then you go. So I'm just looking at the schedule now. So get Thursday. So today is Tuesday. Thursday at 10 p.m. the game week's done because I think it's an 8 p.m. kickoff. We get the Friday off, a day off on Friday the 29th, and then on the Saturday, a game week deadline again, like straight away. It's intense, isn't it? But then after that, it's chill. We've only got 2 game weeks in January.
That's gonna be annoying. I'll definitely have to push out some content during that break in January. Let's see.
That's a really good time to go big on the start of your YouTube channel.
Choi won't be happy after this Mateta double-digit haul.
You might get an auto sub.
Until Cole gets a goal as well, we'll see.
Maliki says Italians are always happy. Yeah, I guess they are. Irish, though, I would say are even more of a happier nation than the Italians. But they're definitely up there in the top. They're 2 of the top ones for countries' happiness levels, I reckon. Luke says, what's your overall number of points? Do you know what they are?
I'll have a look now. Let's see.
Yeah, how far off are we? Come on, I want to know how far off I am of you as well. Oh, the site's down. Not down.
Yeah. I can't check. We're close enough to 1,200, I think.
Yeah. Nice. Mate, I'm conscious of your day and the fact you're going for, you'll be seeing friends and stuff. So I'm very happy to do another 5 minutes, another 20 minutes, another 1 minute. How long do you want to go?
Johnny, you just let me know. We'll keep going. As long as we've got people in the chat, happy to listen to us. I'm here to stay.
Oh, nice. Well, let's continue the chat then for another. Let's aim for a little while longer. And good to see loads of you are joining after the deadline. I thought deadline streams might be like, oh, deadline's hit, see you later. But looks like our numbers are staying pretty consistent, which is nice. This is a good
Luke,
opportunity to chat a little bit more loosely about FPL in general and plans moving forward. Do you have any wild card in mind? I mean, Chai's just used his. What do you reckon, Chai? Have you got a window you think you might use it, or are you very sort of open?
I haven't considered it at all, to be honest. I don't know if I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest, because I'm trying to think what is going to happen with the double and the blank. That is going to determine really when I'm going to use my wildcard. But I imagine it'll be after that.
Yeah, it's hard. I think until we know what blanks and what doubles hit in 25, 29, whenever, it's very difficult to pencil in a wild card. There will be some that want to use those doubles to dead end their teams and wild card out of them, but others will navigate them with free hits
For sure.
or bench boosts or triple captains. And remember, you can only use that one chip each week, and we only have a select number of windows to use them. I do think, as always, though, people say this season is a season where there's less chaos. Like, it's not a COVID season. It's not a season where the Queen's died. And with those seasons, you get more double game weeks. But there's always something. And don't be surprised in January or February if there's a whole load of cancellations because of snow or something. So you do get opportunities to go big on double game weeks, even when we think there's fewer opportunities of doubles this season. There will probably be more.
Luke says, Choi, Conas Totu. So for the non-Irish viewers here, that means, Choi, how are you?
Nice.
Tome Gamal, Luke. I hope you're well.
So, I'm sorry. I thought all Irish people just spoke English, but Irish, there is obviously different. What's the Irish language called? Gaelic.
Yeah, it's just called Irish. Yeah. So in secondary school or primary school, we have to learn that, but like that's our second language. Which is quite interesting because it's not really pushed to learn here. It's just kind of one of those things you do for school. But it's great to see so many Irish people in chat. I mean, I'm all for it. It's cool. Eddie says he's from Abbeyside from Waterford. That is mad. That is crazy.
Small world, right? Small world.
Really small.
How many people live in Waterford? Are we talking like 100,000 people or something? Like, it's a small place.
I actually haven't a clue. That's a good question. Let me look it up.
My hometown is Bedford in England. I think there's around 100,000. And it's a town, not a city. But, yeah. Here we go.
Pretty cool.
Madaki's also speaking Irish to you. I love this. It's like I need to learn Irish.
70k around, it says here.
So to have Eddie in the chat who's from the same town is mental.
That is mad.
Knowing you're watching from all over the world, let's play a game, guys. Give us the country in the world you're watching from in the chat and we'll flash them up, because I guarantee we are reaching all four corners. And the fact there's someone from Chai's hometown. Is there anyone from my hometown of Bedford? Let's see. Give us your city or country in the chat. I'm guessing we're going to have people from all over. Gianni, give us your Irish accent attempt. Okay.
Let's hear it then. Let's hear it.
Which one? Northern or Republic? Republic.
Oh,
Republic's so hard though. They speak so fast and they're quite so happy with their Irish accent.
That's not bad at all. I give you that. I was expecting something much worse.
Butchered attempt. I think Northern Ireland's a little bit easier though, because Northern Ireland's a little bit harsh. They speak like that, don't they?
They speak like Tommy Shelby.
Shelby is from Northern Ireland.
Choi, do you prefer playing with pressure on your position or not? Diamonds are made under pressure. I'm all for pressure. I like it.
Love that. That is cool. It's Scottish, Gaelic, Irish. It's like Scottish accent. Okay, yeah. CH is watching from Mars.
Love that.
I told you we'd reach all four corners.
Yeah,
Malta,
for sure.
Sweden, Portugal, Australia. No way. 3 in a row from Australia. I guess it's really late there. I tell you what, we're lucky with our deadlines in terms of sociable hours.
It's built around us, to be fair.
Yeah. Mo's in Saudi. Mr. V, where in the world are you ranked, Mr. V? Because I have a feeling you're just behind Chai. You're really close. Let us know your overall rank, Mr. V, and how close you are to Chai, because I think you're one of his actual rivals this year. Are you familiar with Mr. V? in Netherlands.
I'll have to see his Twitter handle or his
Yeah, I don't know if Mr. V's even on Twitter. He's just a regular watcher in the chat, and Mr. V often has said his rank, and I've gone, "Oh, you're the highest ranked player in the chat."
We got a Malaysian in the chat. I'm from Kuala Lumpur. That's quite cool. My dad is from Malaysia. I don't know if I've told you that before, but that's quite cool.
Yeah, Kuala Lumpur. Love that.
Cork. Luke's from
Mrs.
Cork.
is from Milton Keynes. That's near my hometown. That was pretty good, Johnny. What was that? What did I say that was pretty good, CH? New York City.
Bossman's from New York. Crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Oh, do you know Bossman?
I've seen his name before, for sure.
Yeah, I've seen Bossman's name. I used to live in Hale Weston, which is near Bedford. Interesting. Yeah. Chai lives in Boss Mode. Yeah, so Australia, it's like 10 p.m. at night. Croydon. Mr. V is at 211 rank.
Fair play, man. That's good going.
That's probably only, what, 10 points from you?
Yeah, give or take 10 to 20, around that.
Mr. V, give us your... oh, no, we can't check points because the site's updating. Perth. Yeah, I love this game. Thank you guys for adding to where you are in the world. It's always fun playing that game. Your Irish accent. Oh, that's what you were saying. Good effort to my Irish accent. Thanks. Do Italians play FPL? Well, yeah. Like, there's no one in the chats from Italy. The problem is for Fantasy Premier League is you don't get a huge amount of players from Germany because the Bundesliga, from Spain because of La Liga, France because of Liga, Italy because of Serie A. When you've got a really big league, you tend not to. So we get a ton watching from countries where the Premier League's the main football watched. So the US, India, South Africa, Australia. You guys probably all watch Premier League more than those other leagues. Therefore, you play FPL. I do play an Italian Serie A game, by the way.
Oh, really? Yeah?
Yeah. There is a Serie A fantasy. It's not the official one. There is no official game. But yeah, I play it. I sometimes tweet about it. There's only 30,000 of us in the world.
That's mad. So you're top 30k. That's fairly impressive.
I'm top 30. I'm way better at that game. I'm top 30k. I'm just looking at my rank now. If I give you my rank, I am ranked 3,000. I'm top 10.
How bad?
Not great.
How bad?
And in the UK, there's 1,200 of us, and I'm ranked 171. So I'm not having a great season, but I'll take it. It's harder though. Those more niche games like Serie A fantasy, those that play it are all very good and very into it because there's only 30,000.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
the standard's much better.
How important is it to have differentials in the team? Differential players or differential captain? What do you prefer at Chai?
Oh, good question.
I suppose I don't really choose whether they're differential or not. I just go with players I think I like. You know what I mean? Regardless of if they're 90% owned or if they're 0% owned. If I like them, they're going in my team.
Yeah, you're picking the players with the most points, right? You're not looking at ownership. Do you try and take ownership out the equation then? Is that fair?
100%. If I like a player, I'm bringing them in regardless of ownership. You know what I mean?
If you were 50-50 on two players and one was 10% owned and one was 50% owned, would you allow ownership to swing it, or would you find something else that swings it? A poll, the home fixture, the form, the opponent, or would you look at ownership?
No, I would actually be more favoring the 10% player, obviously depending who it is, because I mean it swings both ways. Like, there's more upside and downside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I like that. I think for anyone that's ever been in the top 20 of FPL, let's go top 250. I'm going to include Mr. V in this as well. For anyone that's been in the top 250 of FPL, you've got a risk appetite. You don't get to those ranks by having the template team. You've got a risk appetite to go a little bit different, I think.
For sure.
Mr. V, by the way, thank you for just becoming a member. I really appreciate that. If you do fancy joining as a member, you can do. It's really simple. There's join under this. You can become a squad member or an ultras member. As you'll see, the members' comments are ones always prioritized on this channel. So yeah, if you fancy it, do, but no pressure whatsoever. Let's go back to talking more FPL questions. I don't think I've ever checked ownership, says Guy. Fair. That's probably, do you know what?
Yeah.
If the site didn't show us ownership, it'd probably be good for the game.
I reckon so, yeah. People would just do what they think rather than who's mostly owned. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course, says do hit the like button for the knowledge we're sharing. And yeah, CH loves the addition of Chai, FPL vibes for Chai.
Thank you. Are
Yeah,
you saying you don't like Haaland? That's the thing, all right? So let me just clarify. I have absolutely zero against Erling Haaland. I just not owned him this year. I just wanted to go with a different strategy this year that I thought favored just having a better squad. And so far it's worked out. And I'll be looking to get Haaland back in maybe in about 2 weeks' time. We'll see when he's fit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's very easy just to go, oh, he's not owned Haaland because he thinks he's rubbish. It's like, no, he's not owned Haaland because he didn't want to spend 14 million and wanted to have that different version of a team. You've never said Haaland's a bad pick, right?
No, not at all. He's the best one, second best one in the game.
Yeah, I'm just tweeting.
Cool.
Because I'm like, if I should definitely tell people that we're chatting FPL. Still
Chai,
chatting.
where in Watford are you from?
Fancy joining. Overall, what should I say we're talking about? We're talking random FPL strategy. Talking random FPL strategy and how he reached world number 19. Oh, I wish I could say 8.
Don't worry, next week. Next week you'll be saying top 5.
Yeah, that's the talk.
Was it a good decision taking a -4 for Ferguson out for Nkunku? Yes. Chai, where in Waterford are you from? 5 minutes from town. Chai, would you consider it's game week 38 and you are top of the leaderboard and number 1? Would you go with the safe captain or differential captain? I would
if you're
go
top of
with
the leaderboard, it does come into it.
Oh, 100%.
In game week 38, because Ali Hangarov had this battle last year.
I would captain who I think is going to get the most points, regardless of ownership, for sure. Obviously, it sounds very cliche, but if I think someone's going to, a
lot would go for the higher EO player in terms of just holding out at number 1 rank, but you never know who's up behind you and what they might do.
Exactly. They could go with the differential and I might be copying them. So then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might work
Ali
out.
did this last season. Do you remember last season, the Isak Wilson debate
I do.
in the last few game weeks?
Yeah.
Ali was ranked number 1. So the vast majority of managers ranked number 1, knowing the world and their dog were going Isak, would have gone Isak. Ali went Wilson and captain Wilson, and it for 30 odd points, and Isak got 5 points or whatever it was. 6 points. It was a huge swing, and it meant his gap at the top went from 5 points to 25 points, whatever, just through that one decision. And
exactly.
Many that were top would have, I reckon 95% of FPL managers I know, maybe including me, I don't know what I'd do until I'm in that situation, would have just gone, I'm number 1 in the world. There's a couple of weeks left of the season. Everyone's buying Wilson. I'm buying a Newcastle forward, so I'll do Wilson as well. But you don't win FPL by being cautious. You don't win FPL
100%.
by being reserved.
I agree.
And you don't get your ranks by it. Let's get to a couple more questions. Ice G says he likes those post-deadline chats. Thank you, mate. Yeah, we're going to carry on for a little bit. Joined late today, but loving it, says Dave. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, Dave.
We're not going to talk too much about the moves you've made this game week for anyone, because once the deadline is passed, I'm very much big on there's nothing you can do about it now. So don't worry too much about the move you made 20 minutes ago. Move on from that and look ahead to next. A good example right now of differential, in my opinion, is Odegaard over Saka. That's a great example. Many might make that switch in a couple of weeks if Saka continues to disappoint. Like Odegaard, the game against Liverpool, we got 3 bonus, he got the assist. He's just looking brighter in terms of eye test, isn't he?
Yeah. I would say it really depends on penalties for me. If Saka's on penalties, I'm keeping him. That's it.
Yeah. Guy says you should tweet and Instagram this. Gay, yeah, I'm not going to do the Instagram on this just because my Instagram isn't that FPL heavy. So occasionally I do post on Insta like, oh, I'm live now or whatever. But most of my Instagram, as Chai will know, is like me eating food or my daughter or going shopping.
That's how you should keep it too. I like that because anyone that follows you on Instagram is there for your personal life, not FPL at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably 20% FPL. I missed the deadline, says Yogesh. No. Oh, who was your bus captain? And guys, as soon as that site is live, do set your bus teams. Like bus teams are so important. Because every now and then you'll miss a deadline. How many deadlines have you ever missed?
Me myself. See, last year I had my friend playing to win my mini league, so I actually kind of I missed a good few. I can't lie. But when I'm on the ball, I miss zero. Like, you know what I mean? Even like I set many alarms to make sure, like, just in case.
I've missed one since I've been playing seriously, which is probably 5 years in terms of content and stuff. I missed one
Mm.
because of work, and it was annoying. Gordon is going up and Ketia going down. Interesting. FPL Statistics is the site I use for price rises. They have like the players going up from FPL Stats are Trent, Gordon, Colwill. Oh, you'll get a price rise out of Colwill. And Bowen could go up as well. He needs 184 more purchases. So yeah, there'll be a few price changes tonight, and those that got on Trent will be happy, knowing that's locked in the Trent price rise. Do you care much about team value?
I think that comes naturally with how you're performing. I think see, I'm unsure about team value, like what it does for the game, and I think it's not very transparent. Like I know how it works, but I feel like a lot of casual people wouldn't really understand the metric. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And if you're doing well, as you said, it comes naturally, it builds, because if you're doing well, you've got players that are going up in price. You're getting points, you're getting
Exactly. Yeah.
price. I do think sometimes we worry too much about team value, though, because there's a lot of managers early in the season that will build their teams by wildcarding early to build team value, by taking hits early to build team value. And it's like, I don't mind too much. I just
Yeah.
points over pounds always for me.
100%.
Yeah. I captained Isak last season. Nice. So, one of the alley moves. It was a move I made as well. Thanks, FPL Boo Boo. And thank you guys for all hitting that subscribe and like button. I'm thinking about Foden in for Salah, says Mr. V. Mr. V is 200 manager in the world, right? What's your take then with Foden in, Salah out in 20, and then maybe someone like a Pascal Gross? Like Pascal Gross doesn't get talked about much. Do you like that pick?
Yeah, I like Pascal Gross's. He's one of the only few nailed Brighton players.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the idea of Foden in for sure. I mean, his fixtures are great. He's not being talked about a lot because he doesn't have the best underlying, but he plays for Man City and they're not in form. So when they do find any bit of form, like he'll be very influential. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always think that with City. I'm like, he is often the heartbeat of the team. And I said earlier about Szoboszlai being an amazing player, but not a great FPL asset yet. And with massive regret, Foden has fallen into that category before. I don't know if he's there now. I think he is a good FPL asset. But at sometimes with Foden, we're in fear of him assisting the assister or being man of the match and not getting FPL points. But I do think his time as a very good FPL asset is here now, and I think this could be his season, his sort of breakthrough FPL season, if you like.
Yeah, yeah. See, it's very easy to be impulsive. Like if for example, Foden blanks the next 2 game weeks, we sit here and be like, that was a terrible option. But if he gets a haul next week, like everyone will be looking to jump on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, change of topic here from Will. If someone offered you a cooking channel, let's ask both of us this question, with 1 million subs, would you switch from FPL content to cooking content? I mean, what you like in the kitchen? I'm all right in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'll back myself in the kitchen. I'll have to do. I live with my grandparents currently, so I have to do a lot of work for making myself meals. And I'm also living in the gym, so I'm going 4 or 5 days a week. So I have to make food for myself all the time.
Ah, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm similar. I do a lot of the cooking in this house. And because of my little one, she's started to eat proper food in the last 6 months. She's 18 months old. And yeah, we cook a ton because you have to cook twice. You cook for her and then you cook for us, or you cook the same version, but then you have to like pimp it up for your meal because she only wants the bland stuff or the boring stuff. You can't give her tons of salt or whatever. So yeah,
You know what
I'd
though?
take 1 million subs, not gonna lie.
That's an interesting question. But when I make my channel, hopefully we get to 1 million subs anyway. Playing
Yeah, yeah.
FPL, so let's see what
Hey,
happens.
you'll get a huge flurry at the start, I promise. And then if your rank continues, it will continue. And often the biggest YouTubers out there, not all of them, but a lot of the biggest ones, a lot of their not success would be unfair. Their success is down to hard work and being really good content creators. But a lot of their early subs or a lot of their subscribers came early because of one thing and one thing only. They had really good ranks. They had a really
Exactly.
good
Yeah.
season. And
Definitely, it
like,
definitely helps. Like
if you're putting in your thumbnail a picture of you with world number 8 every week, people will click on it. They just will.
100%.
I didn't know it was called a bus team. Yeah, it's called a bus team because if you get run over by a bus, your
That's your
FPL team is safe. Not that that would be your concern. Love it, says Adam. Yeah, classic football shirts. It's got Roberto Baggio written on the back. It's got Baggio 10. I'm not going to turn around. No, I will. I've got to take my headset out. Can you see that if I turn around?
Yeah.
Baggio
Class.
10.
That's class.
This is like a 90 USA 94 Roberto Baggio. I'm showing my age here, and I actually can't remember it really. I was 6. Roberto Baggio missed the penalty for Italy to beat Brazil in a World Cup final in a shootout, and if he scores, they win. If he doesn't, they don't, and it goes over. And at the time, Roberto Baggio was the best player in the world. I think, won the Ballon d'Or that year, or World Football of the Year, or whatever. So it would be like Messi for Argentina missing a penalty in a World Cup final for France to go win it. It was huge.
Heartbreaking stuff.
Heartbreaking. Let's get back to some FPL chat. Oh yeah, there is some sad football documentaries. Yeah, Netflix got a good one. Introduce spices early. Yeah, you're right, CH. I have been actually, to be fair. I'm just low on the salt. I would subscribe to your channel. There you go. You got one subscriber already. Chef Chai in the house will change your handle.
So I've made my channel. Give it a follow if you want. This.
Put it in the chat. If you write in the chat, they can click and then sub.
I have to connect. Hold on. Let me see if I can connect.
Yeah, see if you can log in as your channel, and then in the chat you can write. You probably can't put a link in the chat. I don't think that works. I think the links are blocked. But you can definitely write something, and then we can click on your name. This would be a good experiment. How many followers can we see Chai's account grow from in the next 3 minutes? Let's see if we can play this game. We can all click on it and click subscribe. I reckon even if we get 20 of you doing it, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be deadly. Let's see. So I think it's just at FPL Chai. Let's see. All right, there you go.
Have you put something in the chat?
Yeah. This comment has failed to post to Gianni Bottici.
Oh, it's because you're not a subscriber.
It's because it's a new channel. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, Chai, we've seen your true colours, mate. We've seen your true colours.
That's on the new account. That's why.
I'm kidding. I'm pulling a leg. But yeah, I have made, and this is a tip for you, mate. I recently made my live subscriber only. So if you are watching and wondering why you can't put anything in the chat, you have to subscribe, and then straight away you can do that.
Right, let's see if now it works. Fine, I suppose I'll follow.
And FPL Diamond has said if you make him a mod, you can then put links in the chat. So what I'm going to do, Chai, I'm going to make you a mod.
Cool.
Oh, how do I make you a mod? CH, I might need your help here. I can put you in a timer. I can put user in timeout, or I can ban you. I don't do either of those things. Try a mod. Go to channel remove. Add as a moderator. There we go.
So now
you're a mod. So you should be able to put a link to your channel.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. This is rich content. This is rich content.
Leo, setting you up for success when I start my channel.
Ryan Potter in the house. Ryan, have you managed to DM me? Can you give me an update on that? Because Ryan, I need to add you to the WhatsApp group. You're a paying Ultras member, and I haven't got you in the WhatsApp group. I feel terrible. You've been a member for days, and I've not been able to introduce you to the gang. So DM me on Instagram if you have Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, I don't know how you're going to DM me. I need your Twitter handle. Oh, mate, you're getting loads of subs. Can you check your number of subs so we can monitor it?
37. I didn't even know there's that many people in here. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm planning to make a game week 20 team selection, and hopefully have that up just before, maybe a day or two before the deadline. And then I was thinking about doing one of my own deadline streams if you're interested.
Mate, that'd be great. I'd be well up for it. Oh, look, you got loads of subs coming in. Cheers, Daniel says, leave him for Chai's channel. Bye.
No, but yeah, That would be cool. I'm excited to see what happens with it though. There's a lot you've been asking, and I really appreciate it. Like, it means a lot to come to me and DM me or whatever to say like, oh yeah, I'm happy with the content and I'd love to see more. So
Nice. Guys, if you are watching this and you're realizing that you can't add anything into the chat, it's because you're not subscribed. So if you fancy subscribing both to mine and Chai's channel, that would be amazing. The link does work, Chai, which is great. I need to put that link on screen. Let me do that. How are your numbers doing, Chai?
let's have a look. We're up on 46. Fair play, lads. How many people do we got in here?
We've got 212 watching at the moment.
Just still 212 watching after the deadline. I mean,
yep.
Nice one.
But
yeah, is there anything you'd like to see on the channel that's maybe different, or do you want just a team selection and a deadline video? What do you think?
Yeah, guys, let us know the sort of content you're here for, both for Chai and my channel. Like, team selection is always the hero video for content creators, but there's other stuff like full game week previews, or a lot of content creators do like buy, sell, keep style videos.
More pool shots,
says GWiz.
Love that.
I did do a pool shot live on air the other day, mate, on this
channel. I was here.
Were you in? Were you watching?
Left-handed shot and all, crazy.
Yeah, I channeled my inner Ronnie O'Sullivan. Ryan Potter has messaged me on Instagram. Wicked. Thanks, Ryan. Oh, and Daniel was signed up to be a channel member as well. Thanks, Dan. I think you've upgraded, haven't you? Because you were already a squad member. So Daniel has become an Ultras member. So Daniel, I just need you to also DM me on Instagram or Twitter, or give me your Twitter handle and I can message you so I can get your mobile number and add you to the WhatsApp group. Dude, you got loads of subs here. That's great.
Johnny, didn't you say if I make this shot, Son is going to score, and if I make this shot, Solanke is going to get a brace? Is that wrong? No, or Watkins? Oh, it was Watkins. That's who it was.
Yeah, I think so. And then I did another one, which was, will Chelsea beat Newcastle in the Carabao Cup?
Oh yes,
and that worked. That happened.
Yeah, maybe we might need to bring that back.
Yeah, destiny shots.
Next, they'll want a cooking stream between me and you. That'd be crazy.
Oh my god, imagine. Subscribe to Chai, says Eric. Guys, he's appreciative of all the subs, so thank you for this.
On stream. Oh, wonderful boxing.
What did I miss?
Matoma on stream. Oh, what a wonderful boxing day. That is crazy.
Have you ever been likened to Matoma before? I guess that's a compliment.
No, never. Usually it's Youngman's son, but I mean, at least it's not original. We'll take that.
Mate, do you know who I get? You're going to laugh at this. You might not know him. In England, there's like a TV presenter celebrity called Rylan.
Rylan, I've never heard of him.
I get Rylan loads. Do you Nick Grimshaw?
Nick Grimshaw, I know the name.
He is a Radio 1 presenter. I'm trying to find. I get a few, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, guys, but thanks.
Unpopular FPL opinions would be great. Yeah, that'd be something cool, something different as well.
I'm trying to find Ryan. Someone, I think was it Ryan, was putting their email address in the chat. No, it wasn't Ryan. Was it Daniel? I'm trying to find the email address in the chat. They did it in like code, not code. Here we go. Daniel.Ralph at. Daniel.Ralph at. Hang on.
Brought in Odegaard, Trent, and Jesus for Haaland, Shimikas, and Sterling for a -8. I mean, that's not bad at all. And I see you have a Spurs, Avi. Come on, you Spurs. Captain Solanke. That's going to be interesting this week.
Yeah. Gucci says it's Nice time shot for a stream. We're all sat waiting for the game to start and everyone cuts their streams. It's a good point.
Fair. So we're after robbing a few followers.
I could do a Grealish, says CH. Yeah, I got Darwin Núñez a lot when I had long hair. I did have the Darwin.
I used to get Booker T and Snoop Dogg. Cruel world. Gordon starts, yeah.
I love that. I mean, I've met GWiz, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. What I love about Gianni's content feels just like chatting about football with mates in the pub. The chasing channel changed me from being a lurker observer to an engaged manager. Thanks, Ryan, mate. I absolutely love that comment. That's really good to know. That, for me, like, that's what.
Yeah, one thing I say is be sure to engage in chat. Like for 3 or 4 years, I was always watching Let's Talk FPL stream, Raptor stream, but I'd never type in.
You're a
I
lurker.
mean, yeah, I was always a lurker, but I mean, it's good to interact. Why not? Like,
yeah. We always say that on Chasing Green Arrows, which again, like I always think Chasing Green Arrows is kind of the most interactive content, FPL content out there, and it's not my channel. It's something I've always been working with the guys there for a couple of years, and I was like, I need my own channel, and I want to do similar vibes. So, yeah, it's cool. Good time to be streaming. Everyone else has dropped off. Non-FPL questions go while FPL site is updating. Yeah, good point. I think what it is the deadline is so big for the content creators. They're fully aware that there's still an audience post deadline, but they're probably exhausted because they've been streaming for 2 hours. And
yeah, 100%.
You see the amount of people that watch them, and it's hard keeping up to date with those chats. Well, Chai's going to be on his own channel. If you're just joining, you can definitely check out Chai's own channel. We've put a link in the description. We've put a link in the chat. Do it again, Chai, for those just tuning in.
I just done so, yeah.
You two could do a cooking FPL show. CH. When the question came in, would you swap your channel for a cooking channel with 1 million subs? I was like, is there an offer on the table here? Because if so, I'll take it.
Fair.
Gusty says, I really want to be able to make good enough selections like Chai so that I can get away with not buying Haaland back. I mean, we all want to make good suggestions like Chai. Like, I want to be world number 19 too.
I would say, look, I would definitely try get Haaland back. I think City are going to be a menace, and they're going to be unstoppable at some point this season. So,
I like that. City going to be a menace. Mate, I love hearing some of your Irish, like Irish language fashionable terms. Like menace is one. Another one for you, which I love, and I might start saying it, although maybe I'm too old to get away with it. Deadly.
Yeah, that's deadly. That's some crack. So, do you know what that is? Some crack means, you know?
Is that like that's some good thing?
Yeah, good buzz. You know what I mean? That's something. If I say it now, you know. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, because you hear like good crack, don't you? But crack isn't crack spelt different, like
CRAIC.
Crake, yeah, like that. All about
the crack. Yeah.
Chai is all about the crack. And Deadly is similar then, because I said,
Deadly,
join me for a deadline stream, and you said, Deadly, and I'm like,
Deadly, that's class.
That,
yeah. Class as well. I like that.
Yeah, I like class. Class we say a lot in England, to be fair, as well. That's class. We don't say crack much. We definitely don't say deadly much at all, but I might start doing it on my streams. Guys, thank you so much. I think we'll probably be wrapping up soon, Chai. I've kept you long enough.
Cool.
It's been amazing having the chat. How many subs did we get to on your channel?
Let's have a look.
Did we get to 50? I'd love us to get to 50.
Yeah, 59. Fair play, lads. Fair play. Appreciate it.
Well, lads, absolutely love that. 50. Well, look, if we do 50 every time we come on, that'd be nice.
We'll get there. But yeah, so keep an eye out for our video. I'll try to have it posted this week.
Yeah, the best thing to do when you do subscribe, you can there's a notification bell. When you click subscribe next to Chai's handle on his page, you can also click the bell and then notify me when videos are made live. So as soon as he's uploaded his video for Team Selection 20, you'll be able to watch it within minutes if you've hit that notification bell. So do that when you subscribe to both our channels.
For sure.
GWiz will be back for more. Love that, guys. Before you leave, if you fancy liking, subscribing, that'd be amazing. Special shout out to a couple of you that have become members in today's stream. Daniel was one. Gucci's with us as always. Ryan, another. I look forward to getting your message so I can add you to the WhatsApp group. Offcore and M Fahi in Ireland. Loads of you, your regulars as well. But for now, guys, we're going to say goodbye. Good luck this game week. I think it's going to be a high-scoring one. I hope Salah pays off for all of us. Any final thoughts from you, Chai, in terms of this game week?
I think this game week is going to be a good one, especially after Christmas break. It's good to have it back. I would just say thank you to everyone in the chat. I mean, support has been amazing. I can't thank you enough, and I hope to see more of you in the future.
Love that. Thanks.
Do you want to do a quick scoreline predictions before we go?
Yeah, go on. That's what I was thinking. Give us. Shall we rattle through them?
Yeah, let's go. You go first.
Newcastle Forest. I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle.
I was thinking exact same.
Bournemouth Fulham. 2-0 Bournemouth.
1-1.
All right, you go first for the next two.
Sheffield United Luton 1-0. Liverpool Burnley. Liverpool 3-0.
I'm going to say 2-0 Liverpool. United Villa. I'm going to go for a Villa 2-1 win.
I'm going to say United 2-1 win.
Brentford Wolves. I'll go Brentford. I'm going to go 1-1 draw, actually.
Yeah, I'll go 1-1 draw too.
What you got for Chelsea Palace?
Chelsea Palace. I've got Colwell now, so if I chosen Mateta, I would say 2-0 Palace, but I've got Colwell now. Nah, it would probably, I do fancy Chelsea at home, and I mean, I thought you looked good last game.
Yeah.
What do you think?
In attack, we look better than normal.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. I don't back Palace to score.
Yeah, I think either 1-1 or 2-0 Chelsea.
City 3-0.
City 3-0, 4-0. Yeah, I agree.
We're both going convincingly. Everton have been good, but I just think City are going to turn up. Brighton Spurs. I mean, that's the hardest game to call all weekend for me.
Yeah, for sure. You never know what you get with Brighton, and I don't know. Spurs have been good though, so I'm going to back my team. I'm going to say 2 or 3-1 Spurs.
I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs as well. And then Arsenal West Ham. Finally, I'm going to go for a 2-0 West Ham win.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to say
Arsenal win. Sorry, God, it's been a long morning.
I'm going to say a 3-1 Arsenal win.
There we go. Love that. Guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back very soon. And look, maybe we'll do this a little bit more often. Remember, Chai's going to have his own channel, so won't be on mine much, but we'll definitely be watching Chai and we'll hopefully make some cameos on each other's.
100%.
But for now, guys, do follow Chai on Twitter and me as well. We'll keep you up to date during the game week, but we'll see you ahead of Game Week 20 for loads of content on Chai's channel, on this channel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you very soon. Take care and may your arrows be green. See you later, guys.
See you there, lads.